Alrighty everyone, welcome back. It is now November 15th of 2023, and we know that The Marvels is by far the worst MCU film of all time when it comes to its box office results, especially with the opening specifically, and it's looking to not make any kind of a rebound throughout the remainder of this week by Disney and Marvel Studios. And we know that Kevin Feige, by the way, is really not happy about how fans are going 100% against this film, and how basically this movie is not reaching the demographic that they were aiming for. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new, and like this video to see future updates. I'm also on Twitter at Mike01. I thank you also very much for the great and kind support. Now, one thing about the current status of Disney is that we know that they delayed several Marvel projects from 2024 until 2025. We know that, of course, one of the big ones being Captain America: Brave New World was shifted from July of next year until February of 2025 for massive and extensive reshoots, but more on that later on in the week. Focusing on Bob Iger here and his view of the Marvel's backlash, criticism, and the box office status. There's a lot of things going on right now through the mind of Bob Iger, as I like to call him Bob Liger, because this man just lies his way through to string along the shareholders and the general audience, which he views basically as customers, and going to go ahead and see these movies. Now, what's interesting, though, is what Bob Iger had to deliver when it comes to everything happening with the Marvels situation. Let's discuss, shall we? Now, with the Marvels still performing terribly at the box office, with director DaCosta getting very defensive over this film, one major development has to do with Bob Iger's angered response toward the backlash, criticism, and the box office collapse by delivering the following. We here at Disney believe it's only fair to promote the usage of DEI in both film and television. Our latest feature, The Marvels, we utilized this for was our film Being the Marvels. We have come to the realization and conclusion that there is a rising percentage in the amount of our customers and common moviegoers that are seemingly opposed to our usage of diversity, equity, inclusion, and equality. And this is something that, as CEO, I must bring to everyone's attention, that this is an irresponsible behavior toward what we are trying to achieve by developing pure, fun entertainment for all ages and for everyone. Those that are against our usage of DEI we view as a problematic source for why some of our latest installments have been meeting endless challenges, and we believe this is a challenge that we must get past by doubling down on our usage of these strategies to appeal to everyone with both film and television. We here at Disney view those that are opposed to DEI as a serious problem with our projects in mind. Our latest film, The Marvels, and its current financial status is over-exaggerated, and we ask for everyone to let the product speak for itself. What's unacceptable as far as we can see here at Disney are those that are convincing others to hold a false view or image of our latest product that is only creating unnecessary and unwanted criticism that is both unrealistic and misguided. We do not engage in any culture wars, and it's something I, as CEO, must make very clear to everyone that our usage of DEI is not an agenda-driven strategy. Now guys, let me just pause here quick about what Bob Iger is doing and how it's very contradictory in nature. So DEI, in and of itself, is an agenda because of how flawed and how hypocritical it really is. I always say this, by the way. It really is. It is 100% flawed. It's not genuine. It's not coming from the heart. And they are basically doing it in the wrong way. Did we all see what they did with Snow White 2025 by not including actual dwarfs, putting that community out of work? And yes, Bob Iger calls it the dwarfism community, and how they didn't want to really get involved with including them in Snow White because they felt it would be offensive toward them. And that just goes to show you that this DEI agenda, this strategy, it's all about, alright, we're going to pick and choose which is right and which is going to bring us in the most, ratings or box office flow or anything related to it in that sense. It's very, in my opinion, quite offensive of what Disney utilizes when it comes to their use of DEI, and how Bob Iger is just vividly using this now as a way to kind of mask his lies over at Disney. And once again, he is saying that, oh, we do not engage in any kind of culture wars. Well, you know what you are doing? You are engaging in just that by what you're doing with DEI. This involves race swapping, gender swapping, diverting from source material to gravitate toward using further DEI use. We know that they're going to be doing this in Hercules, the live-action remake, Sword in the Stone, Lilo and Stitch, The Black Cauldron, even a reboot of Alice in Wonderland from 2010 and Cinderella from 2015, along with Beauty and the Beast 2016. Is actually happening and is in early development, and he will have further announcements on that next year around the second quarter. So look forward to that, to see what he has to say about that. I think it's going to be disastrous. So, moving onwards, he concludes, it's rather a genuine response to creating more opportunities for everyone everywhere for our films and shows on Disney+. He's talking about DEI. The Marvels is a project of ours that shows that we hold a divide that needs to be better understood and our motive needs to be further explained. I am happy to announce that we will be making a specific presentation on the future use of diversity, equity, and inclusion in our future Marvels projects. And after the Marvels and how we are planning on utilizing this in our upcoming live-action remakes of classic animated films, the Marvel Universe has been a successful stream of content for us here at Disney on all business models, and we hold no concern over the Marvel's financial status. The trades are biased. Critics are only a roadblock that we face today. And again, culture wars are not what we are about here at Disney, just entertainment for our customers. Now again, guys, about Bob Iger, this man needs to go, and the reason why a lot of the board members do not want to let him go right now is that they really have no idea who to replace him with currently. You know, there are candidates, but they're not specifically the right candidates at this moment. And we can't forget the three top shareholders, some of which, you got State Street, you got BlackRock and Vanguard funding all of this nonsense to Disney, and really funding everything that we have been seeing pretty much, really kind of just go backwards, and everything is just really not evolving properly. Everything ranging from Star Wars to Marvel to just Disney in general, it's going all downhill. Nobody wants a Rey movie. Nobody wants more of this Marvel nonsense that's going to continue to go a downward spiral, right? This is why I said this in my last post, or the last post about Disney's status, is that you're going to see, and this is Universal's plan, we talked about this, Universal's plan is to take on Disney by a rise in video game adaptation films, whether it be animated or live action, doesn't matter. This is to actually kind of create a new era where superhero films are no longer the focus in pop culture, and instead, video game adaptation films will be. This is why Five Nights at Freddy's is very well received by the fans, along with Super Mario Bros. The movie. We even got a live-action Zelda on the horizon. That's most certainly going to be the new norm, I believe, in 10 years from now. So overall, guys, drop a comment below, fill me in below in the comments what you all have to say about this, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, and I will catch you guys later.